Well, guys, the subject of self-employed immigration is on books forever, for as long as we practice, for over 30 years. But the problem is the program is scrutinized more and more, and we recently discussed this, and we're recording this video just to give you a glimpse of complications related to self-employed program. What would be the definition of self-employed in real terms, instead of formal approach? I work for myself, and it's okay, I'm self-employed.
It's very often when we have people being confused, what is self-employed? They come to us and they say, I'm a self-employed business owner. Let's say I own a restaurant. I'm a self-employed, I'm qualified, right? Unfortunately not. Under the Canadian immigration law, self-employed definition is not just a self-employed per se, it's a person who is conducting some specific activities. Let's say you're a writer, or you're a big sports celebrity, you're an actor. That should be some creative kind of activities.
What we call activities in art and culture and
Yes.
sport. And by the way, a lot of hockey players, a lot of athletes, a lot of coaches we brought to Canada, and they successfully proved that they actually able to sustain their activities in Canada. So self-employed in general is about your past. What's the definition of past? How many years of experience?
It should be at least 2 years
Yes.
of experience within
Right.
the 5 years of you submitting your application.
So that's about your past. About the present, how you conduct yourself now, what you intend to do, and it's about the future, because you have to, now especially, you have to prove what you're going to do in Canada. And one of the requirements is what? A business plan. Started immigration request and business plan now. So you have to be very serious. What would be the negative part of self-employed? I think what we can relate to negativity, you have to stay where you are and wait until you process, opposed to start a visa program, for example, when you're allowed to come to Canada practically right away and start working on your idea, on your business. In self-employed, so far there is no avenue like that, so you have to wait where you are. And guess what they check? They check if you continuously in that activity. So if you're a retired hockey player, it may be good for you, you made your money, you made your life, now you're exploring something else, but you may not qualify because time will pass, and you have to be very, very careful about that. So in general, otherwise self-employed is falling under the general requirements, right?
Yeah, but you need to make sure that even though you're a hockey player, let's say, or you're an actor, it should be world-class activities. You should be very successful in what you do, and you should have all the proof of that. Also, as Dr. Alex mentioned, you need to provide kind of a business settlement plan. You need to show how you will be conducting your self-employment activity in Canada. So let's say if you're a very successful writer in your country, but your English level is not that good, how would you prove to the officer that you will be successful writer in Canada, where you need to have proficiency into English or French?
That's true, that's true. And by the way, don't forget, self-employed, unlike startup visa program candidates, they face, self-employed people face point system. Yes, it's very minor. It's like 35 points, easily achievable if you have, if you build your career in sport or art or culture or cinematography. And we have a lot of people, especially working in Vancouver, what we call Northern Hollywood, and definitely we brought people in movie industry here, and they're quite successful. No question about that. But be prepared. Watch our videos on the subject matter and subscribe and like us and stay safe.